Good morning, baseball fans, and welcome back to Dan's Vintage Baseball PC. Do not be fooled by the fancy name. It's just me and some friends talking about some baseball cards. But today it's just me talking about a huge January I had in acquiring cards. Um, and I've got some good ones to show, some biggies. It was a nice combination of post holidays and some shows and some opportunities that presented themselves to me. So had a good January, and let's get on with it. First of all, I'll start off with November. REA Auctions, Robert Edward Auctions, is in New Jersey. They had a huge auction in November where they had a bunch of Babe Ruth cards, including the Baltimore News card, and they had I guess a sort of a dinner slash cocktail party in Soho in Manhattan, and somehow I got invited. I think it's because I'm in New York and because they were running out of. They went through all their invites, so they were down near the the lower echelon of RAA customers. But anyway, I got invited. It was fun. I did meet Brian Roth there. B Roth's channel is definitely somebody who you should subscribe to. But on the way out, there was some parting gifts, some stuff. There was a REA baseball and a few other things, but they gave us this, which is in a one touch the Babe Ruth card. This is obviously a reprint, and it's smaller than the original card, but I find it funny. It's my only Babe Ruth card now, and they did the back and the front, and they put it in a one touch, which they sealed. So here's my my Baltimore News Babe Ruth card. Anyway, so some more fun stuff. I got recently in an auction the first issue of Collectors Quarterly, and what's cool about this, besides the cool Fred Lynn picture on the front, is that the first issue gave you 18 SSPC cards on a sheet. Now, I know SGC grades the individual cards. I'm assuming they would grade the sheet, but I'm not going to send it in. There is Yogi Berra here and Gaylord Perry, but otherwise it's a bunch of guys, sort of regular guys. But another cool thing about this is it was a magazine that was published by Michael Arenstein. He's the MA of TCMA, and it was edited. Let me see if I can find it, by none other than, look at that picture there. That's Keith Olbermann, as a student at Cornell University. He was accepting mail at his dorm at Cornell University. If anybody wanted to write into this Collectors Quarterly, not sure how long it lasted. I know there was only one season when they produced or there might have been two of the SSPC cards, but it's a story that it should have its own show. But anyway, so a few other things. A great channel on YouTube is Reindeer Studios. Skaght, who was a guest very early on in this channel. Skaght came on and did a full episode of the Al Rosen show. But Skaght is one of the more beloved members of the YouTube community, and he sent out these two absolutely amazing pieces of art for the holidays. And on the back, there's a link with the the little thing you put your phone on, and it gives you a link to the videos where he's actually drawing these. So I'm going to link down below to Skaught's Etsy page, where he has some amazing art projects. And yesterday I ordered a couple of T-shirts, which are going to be cool. I'm going to wear them on the channel. The other cool thing that I got is this, which I did not crack. This is a Johnny Mize autograph, certified by PSA. This is a card that I talked about a little bit with Sean on the 1952 show. You can see the rip right here. Sean bought this. It came in the mail, and it was crushed. The slab was crushed to the point where it ripped the card in half right here. But the autograph is fine. So Sean sent it over to me. And so now I have a Johnny Mize autograph for my Johnny Mize collection. So that's the fun stuff. let's get to the serious stuff. Now, I have been pretty heavily going after the 52 action shots that are in the 1971 top set. And so I'm just going to show off a few of them. I'm about halfway finished, so it's going to be a little while. But I've got some of the tough ones. But anyway, so this is the Ken McMullen card. Ken McMullen, who has a very tough 1963 rookie. But this is his 1971 card. And I love this card because you could see in the background the monuments of the old Yankee Stadium. So this is not just a baseball card. It's a piece of art and a piece of history, because those monuments are now behind in the new Yankee Stadium. But this is the upgrade Yankee Stadium. So this is a shot in 1970 of a game between the Angels and the Yankees. Also, I purchased this amazing card. This is the Veda Pinson with a very cool cameo by Thurman Munson, who's got quite a few cameos in the early 70s cards. But I got this one. It's a PSA 8 OC. I don't mind the OC, but the PSA 8 is because the black borders are this. This is a regular non-qualifier PSA 8 on the Ken McMullen, and I did get the Munson. One of my favorite cards of all time, and also I think one of the most popular cards in the 70s. This is the Munson second year card, and has the rookie cup in it. And this is a play at the plate with the pitcher from the Chuck Dobson, the pitcher from the Oakland A's. So I got this one in the 6, even though I wanted to get all 7s and 8s. I got this one in a 6 because the price between a 6 and a 7 of this card, it's about 5 times more to get the 7. So got this in the 6. Other cards that I got, the completing my 1967 set. I know it's a 1, but it is a Rod Carew rookie and an SGC holder. I'm starting to think about building this set, but these cards are beautiful. It is the 1954 Red Heart, the Minoso. This is the McDougal in a 3 because of corners and centering, but the color and the registration is terrific. This is the Minoso in a 2 MK. The MK is somebody drew a little thing on the back, but also corners and edges are a little bit off, but color is fantastic. And of course, it's the Hall of Famer Mini Minoso. So that's what we got on the. One more. It is also a 1, but it's the 1952 Andy Pofko. It presents as a pretty nice 1. There is a crease right here, but color and registration are great. This is card number 1 in the 1952 top set. I'm working on a sort of a unique show that I will be delivering, and this will be part of it, but I don't want to give it away. So anyway, Andy Pofko, number 1 in the 52 top set. So let's get on to the heavy hitters. Bought this card off of one of the Facebook groups that I'm a member of, from old time dealer guy who actually he's not an old time dealer. He's kind of a young guy, but he does have quite an excellent collection of cards that he's been moving. This is the 1953 Bowman Gil Hodges. It is it's in a 5. I once owned this card in a 6. I flipped it for a very large profit, which is why I flipped it. But I went back and bought this at a pretty good price. And this is the only photograph from the 1953 Bowman set taken at Ebbets Field. So it's not only a beautiful shot of a Hall of Fame legendary player, but it's also a nice piece of history. At the White Plains show, I finally got this one for both my 69 set build, and I'm probably gonna do a Reggie Jackson run. I got a few other slabs of Reggie, but it's sort of a back burner build. So this is the 1969 Reggie Jackson rookie card in a PSA 5. The next one, and I'll get to the super biggies in a second, but this one's a pretty biggie. This is the 1912 T207. This is Rafael Almeida. If you recall from one of my early episodes, our friend Orlando came on to talk about Cuban baseball history and Cuban stars. And Rafael Almeida was one of the two of the first Cuban born players to play in Major League Baseball. And this is a cycle back. So it's a little bit more rare in the T207 set. So cycle back of Rafael Almeida, dedicated to my friend and yours, Orlando. So got the big four, all PSA holders, all big cards, and just going to start with this one. This is a Sovereign 460 back of the T206 Zach Wheat. It is a 1 because there is a crease here, prominent crease here. But again, color, registration, centering are all really nice on this. In the back, it's a little bit off center, but very clean. So Zach Wheat, of course, the Brooklyn Dodgers, or I guess they were Superbirds. I don't know. They were the Brooklyn team early in the 20th century, and he is, of course, a Hall of Famer. Great player from the dead ball era, and happy to have him. May do a show on Wheat. Got another card coming in. So talking about potentially doing a show on Wheat. I found a super collector, and I'm trying to get him on the show. This is an upgrade of a card that I previously had. I had the 1963 Mickey Mantle. It was a 1.5, and I wasn't crazy about it. I knew that I had to upgrade it. So this is a nice one. This is a 5, a PSA 5, and it's a the newer grade. So I think 5 is a little light on this one. It does have the touch corners at the bottom of the 63s, which is common, but the centering is pretty good. The back is very nice. I mean, I could see this in an old holder being a 6 or a 7, but anyway, this is the 63 Mantle. Beautiful card. You can see the Yankee Stadium fencing behind him there, and beautiful shot of the Mick. Last two. This card I got at the White Plains show. A dealer from Connecticut who I haggled with quite a bit. I saw the card, saw the price, went back and did my research, which didn't yield much because there aren't many comps on this. But this is a Tattoo Orbit of Lefty Grove in a 4. This is the 1933 Tattoo Orbit. I think it's the only year of this particular make of card. I could only find a comp for 2.5. But this is an old label, and I thought I could the centering is pretty much perfect. There's the lightest bit of staining around here. And the back, which is nice classic printing on the back, is pretty nice too. So I feel like this card, it's a 4, it's an old label. So I come back to the dealer, and I'm like, well, I found a comp on a 2.5, which is this number. And he said, no, this isn't a 2.5. This isn't a 2. And I said, well, this is an old label, and it has some stains. And we went back and forth. But eventually, he came down enough, and I went up enough, and I ended up getting this absolutely gorgeous card, which is now in the front of my display. Well, it's in my hands now, but it's in the front of my display back here. There's an empty spot that it now is going to take for a while. So 1933 Lefty Grove Tattoo Orbit. Last card is a card I've been chasing for years, and I now have completed the Mets run for the great Tom Siver. Tom, terrific. His rookie card from 1967. Very tough card because it's a high number and a short print. And Tom has some amazing cards in the Topps run. I have everything through, I think, 1980, although I'm not crazy about, as a Mets fan, not crazy about his Cincinnati Reds cards. But I'm going to do a Tom Siver show pretty soon, trying to figure out the best person to guest on that show. So anyway, this is a 4. And you can see the centering is damn near perfect. The corners are really sharp. The back is a little bit off center. I guess you could say left to right if you're holding it this way. But the great thing about this card, well, not the great thing, but the thing about this card that brings it down to a 4 is this slightest little bit of wax right here, right next to Bill Dennehy's head. And I contemplated cracking this out, using some nylon pantyhose or whatever, getting that off and resubbing this, or crossing it over to SGC. But honestly, I don't know. It looks so good as it is. It's up on my display. I put it up on the top up there. There's an empty spot for it. And I don't know. I just love it as it is, and I think I'm just going to keep it in the holder as it is. I should say I bought this from Golden Auctions. I complained when I last bought a big card from Golden Auctions that it took them a long time to ship. So let me go back and say this one, they shipped right away. I paid by ACH, which saved me some fees. Direct bank transfer. The direct bank transfer went through in like a day or two, and they shipped it out like a day or two later. So I'm good on Golden for that, getting this card to me very quickly. This was part of an order that I won with the 71 months in, so they both came to me rather quickly. Very happy about those cards. Very happy about my January haul. And I know this video ran a little long, but anyway, so it's just me. But next video is going to be on Saturday. I'm doing the Monty Irvin show with our friend Wade, and looking forward to that one. So that will be Wednesday. I'm sorry, today is Wednesday. That will be Saturday morning. And I'll be posting that right away because I'm leaving town to go to the Super Bowl party in Atlantic City. So I want to get there and have a good weekend. But anyway, for all of you new subscribers, thank you very much. Subscriber numbers have gone up. Hoping to get them up into the 500 range by the time I have my 1-year anniversary in June. And I'm pretty confident we're going to get there. I'm also planning on doing a live show for my 1-year anniversary. And I'm going to start inviting people and have a whole bunch of different guests as we go along. But so far, so good. Things are going well for the channel. Thank you for your comments, for your likes. Everybody has been so positive on this channel, giving me positive feedback and giving me motivation to start these projects and finish them and do the shows on them with these wonderful guests we've been having. So we will see you on Saturday, and have a nice rest of the week.